Samsung configurations, and today we have a Samsung Galaxy Ace next here, and we're going to do a review of this device. Before that, let me thank Billy Stores for providing this device for review. So thank you, Billy Stores, and now let's take a look at the device. As you can see, this is a device, and it is a budget device from Samsung, and it comes around 7,200 rupees. And as you can see, the device sports a 4-inch display, and the design, overall design of the device is quite similar to the other devices. That is the typical Samsung design, nothing special in there. And if you take a look at the key placements, you could see that the front panel has a speaker here, and no front facing camera. And on the bottom side, you can see two capacity buttons with a hard key here. And on the right hand side, you could see the lock unlock key. And the top side, you could see 3.5mm audio jack. Onto the left hand side, you could see the volume rockers, and the bottom you could see that it's a USB slot. That's also the things in this device. There is nothing special in the design. And now let's take a look at the back panel. Open the back panel of the device and see what are the things inside the device back panel. So this is I have opened the back panel for you. That's, you can see that micro SD card slot is here, which can support with 32 GB of memory card. And you can see the 3-megapixel camera, LED flash, and let me take this battery off. As you can see, the SIM slot and SIM 1 and SIM 2 are just below the battery. So if you want to change the SIM, you have to just remove the battery from the back panel. So that's it. And you can see SIM 1 only supports 3G. So these are the things which I would like to say about the back panel. And the back panel has given a pretty what you call a glossy finish. So the device looks the device actually looks just like the other devices. There's nothing special to say about this device in case of the build quality. Now let's turn on the device and check out what are the things inside the device. So the device actually runs on Android 4.4 KitKat. So I expect a pretty nice interface in this device. It's taking quite a while. Okay, now the device has been booted up, so you can see the first look itself. The display looks pretty much really nice. There is not much problem in the display. I could say pretty nice vibrant display here. The actual display resolution of the device is 480 into 800 pixels with a 4-inch display. So that will be giving a pretty nice combination. And overall, the display quality of the device is not so bad, as I could see here. So let's go into the settings and see what are the features. That is the OS of the device. As you can see that about device, and you could see the Android version is about 4.4.2, which is the KitKat OS. Now let's go back and see the basic things like memory info and all that things. So let me check out the memory storage info. So you could see that the device actually has 4 GB of internal memory, so you will get about 2.02 GB free for usage. So that is quite nice. Let's take a quick look at the RAM of the device. So the RAM application manager, and let me take the RAM. So you can see the RAM is actually 512 MB of RAM, and you will get about 230 MB as free. So that is also quite good for this device. With the limited RAM, the customization is really nice. They are not taking much amount of RAM for the OS, so that's really nice. And now let's take a look at the drop down menu of the device. As you could see, the drop down menu is a customized version of Samsung, and you could see you can move the top bar, and you can toggle a lot of options like Wi-Fi, location, sound, screen rotation, Bluetooth, mobile data, mobile hotspot. The device actually supports mobile hotspot. That's really nice. Flight mode also there. So these are all the features that I would like to say about the drop down menu. And you can always see that the brightness is also there, so you can actually increase or decrease the brightness from here itself, though you don't have to go into the settings for that. So that's really nice. Now let's go into the basic things like calling, contacts, and all the things. So actually the dialer is also similar to the previous version of Jelly Bean, but they haven't kept the original, that is the original original KitKat version of dialer. They have customized it to this type of dialer. So that's some people may like it. So the contacts itself, they also have customized the contacts menu. Now let's go into the messaging options and see what are the customizations in there. So you could see that messaging also has customizations. There's not similar to what we see in the normal Android KitKat version of OS. It's quite customized for Samsung. Touch response is pretty nice. There's no issues in there. And now let's take a look at the touch input of the device and see how much fingers the device can detect. So I'm going to take multi-touch tester, and you could see I have already run the benchmark, and you could see it can detect up to 2 fingers. So that's quite natural for this price. You can't expect a much higher touch input for this price from Samsung. So that's quite okay for this device. So now let's go into the gallery and see in images and see how the device can perform. As you can see, the gallery is also customized by Samsung. There is nothing common in this default KitKat gallery. It's very customized. You can see you can directly go into folders by the sidebar, and you can directly go into the folders. If you don't want, you can just slide it on the other side, and it will be hidden. So if you want it, you can just drag it out, and you can actually use it to toggle. So these are the pretty nice features done by Samsung. And let's take a picture here, and you can see that the display is quite vibrant. There's no issues with the display. Now let me zoom it out for you. So this device actually supports a 1.2 GHz single core processor, but the performance is quite satisfactory. There is not much problem, but when you move the fingers very fast, the device won't respond. But for normal usage, if you give time, I think the device is quite nice. But when you move the finger very fast, the device can't respond to that. So that's very natural, because it has only a single core processor, so we can't expect a very high performance. For this price from Samsung, we can't expect more. So, and let's take a look at the viewing angles. I must say that viewing angles are not so, there is no problem in the viewing angles from these angles. I think the viewing angles are quite nice, but in some angles, from this particular angle, I can't clearly see the images. So especially in this angle, it gets worst, but in this angle, the viewing angles are quite nice. So you get a different quality of images from different angles. So I can't say that the device actually sports a very nice display, but for this price from Samsung, we can't expect much more from them. So that's all about the display quality. Now let's take a look at the video playback of the device and check out some videos that I have already inserted in this file. You can see, so this is actually a 720p video, and I'm going to play that for you. So you can see that the 720p video is completely supporting in this device. There is no issues in the 720p video playback. You can actually play a 720p video very smoothly. Now let's skip the videos and see how fast the device can respond to it. So as you can see, I'm gonna skip the device. So you can see that there's not much lag in the video skipping. There is not much lag in the video skipping, so you can actually browse through the videos quite fast. So overall, the 720p video playback on this device is quite nice. I can see there's not much problems. So that's quite nice. So now let's get back into the 180p video. This is actually a 180p video. Let's try to play it out. So, and you could see that the 180p video is not supported in this device. So that's a little bit disadvantage when you consider for this price, because there are a lot of devices from Micromax which can support 180p video playback, like Unite 2 or Unite. All these devices can play back 180p, but this device is not capable of playing 180p. That's a little bit disadvantage for this device. So we have seen the video playback. Now let's go into the music player of the device. So this is my music player, and you could see that this is also a stock KitKat music player, nothing customized, much customized. Now let's go into the camera of the device and see what other features in there. As I already pointed out, this device has a 3 megapixel primary camera. They have not provided any front camera for this device, so this is the only camera that we have in this device. It's a 3 megapixel camera. And now let's check out the quality of the camera here. So as you can see, the device can't support touch focus or autofocus, so it actually it's a fixed focus camera, so that's a little bit disadvantage. Now let's check out the settings here. They haven't provided any detailed settings. They are only given the shortcuts in here. You can't really get a detailed settings in this device, so that is also, and you can actually switch to panorama, night mode, scene, sound and shot, all these things from here, but they haven't provided the detailed settings in this device. I don't know why. And they have given an arrow here, but I can't really it doesn't respond to our input, so I don't know why. So now let's take a picture and see how fast the device can capture it. So now you can see the image has been captured. as I already said that this device doesn't have a autofocus. The pictures are not so high quality, they're a little bit noisy, you can say. So the camera quality of the device is not at all great. That's very not that much great to say anything about the camera quality. It is not up to the mark, I can say, for this price. And but the response is quite nice. It takes a pretty faster PV just because it doesn't have to focus. So obviously it will take a much faster image, but it is not a thing to actually take a review of, because the camera is just a basic camera. But it's quite decent, I can say. There is not much problem in this 3 megapixel camera, so I think it's pretty decent for normal user. So the camera, that's all about the camera of this device. Now let's go into the benchmarking, which is another important thing in the review of this device. So let me take an Ninamount 2 benchmark and show you how the device scores in it. I'm going to run it out. So as you can see, so it's actually running the Ninamount 2 benchmark. The device actually, as I already pointed out, this device actually supports 1.2 GHz single core processor with a 512 MB of RAM. So I can't expect a much higher FPS. As you can see, the device actually scores a 40.3 FPS, which is a very low score in this price range compared to other brands like Micromax. So that's a little bit lower score. And let's check out the Antutu scores. And you can already see that I have already run the Antutu benchmark, and you could see the scores is 5297, which is a very low score in this price range when you compare it with other devices. So you can see the detailed score here. The RAM is 629, CPU is 787, CPU float is 562, 2D graphics is 441, 3D graphics is 2183, and data IO is 450, SD card write is 47. So overall, if you ask me about this device, I could say that this device actually has pretty nice display, and that's all I can say as a positive thing in this device. Little customized OS, that's also there. But other things like camera, performance wise, this device is not up to the mark. It can't play 180p video, it can only play 720p video. The video recording of the camera is a 480p resolution, so the camera is 3 megapixel with no front facing camera. So these are all defects of the device. But if you look at the brand, and if you really want Samsung device in this price range, you should go for this device. But otherwise, I won't recommend you to buy this device. So that's all about the Samsung Galaxy Ace Next. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit like and stay subscribed. Thank you.